Is your sex life not quite as vibrant as you'd like it to be? Do you feel like something's missing in the intimacy department, a spark that just isn't there? You're definitely not alone. Millions of people silently struggle with diminished desire, lackluster performance, and a general lack of sexual fulfillment. The good news is the solution might be simpler and closer to home than you ever imagined. Believe it or not, the secret to reigniting your passion could be hiding right in your kitchen. Certain seemingly innocent, everyday foods are acting as silent saboteurs, slowly but surely eroding your sexual vitality from the inside out. Get ready to uncover the top 7 worst foods that are secretly killing your sex drive and performance, and learn how to banish them from your plate immediately. Let's start with the sweet but oh-so-sneaky culprit, refined sugar. You sprinkle it in your coffee, it's hiding in your morning pastries, and you probably don't even realize how much of it sneaks into your everyday meals. But this seemingly harmless indulgence could be the silent thief robbing you of your libido and sexual prowess. Refined sugar wreaks havoc on your body's intricate hormonal balance, setting off a chain reaction that can seriously dampen your sexual fire. Chronic high blood sugar and insulin spikes, thanks to excessive sugar intake, directly interfere with the production of crucial sex hormones, like testosterone in men and estrogen and progesterone in women. This hormonal roller coaster throws your body's sexual machinery completely out of whack. Think of it like this: sugar overload creates a hormonal traffic jam, preventing the signals for desire, arousal, and satisfaction from getting through. Furthermore, sugar fuels insulin resistance, a condition that is increasingly linked to erectile dysfunction and vaginal dryness. Insulin resistance basically means your cells become deaf to insulin's signals, disrupting glucose metabolism and contributing to a cascade of problems, including sexual dysfunction. It's not just about hormones either. Sugar is a major inflammation trigger in the body. Chronic inflammation, fueled by a sugary diet, damages the delicate blood vessels and nerves that are absolutely essential for healthy sexual function. Imagine trying to light a fire with damp kindling. That's what sugar does to your sexual systems. What does this sugar sabotage actually look like in your sex life? The list of potential problems is unfortunately long and quite disheartening. For men, excessive sugar intake is directly correlated with an increased risk of erectile dysfunction, making it difficult to achieve and maintain an erection. Both men and women may experience a noticeable decrease in libido, that spark of desire simply fizzling out. Orgasm becomes harder to reach, and for women, vaginal dryness can make intercourse uncomfortable and even painful. Premature ejaculation can also become more frequent, adding to frustration and dissatisfaction in the bedroom. It's a whole host of issues stemming from something as seemingly innocent as a sweet treat. But the sexual fallout from sugar extends far beyond these direct problems. The general health issues caused by high sugar consumption indirectly cast a long shadow on your sex life as well. Weight gain and obesity, almost inevitable with a high sugar diet, can dramatically impact hormone levels and body image, both critical for sexual confidence and desire. Type 2 diabetes, often a consequence of long-term sugar abuse, causes nerve damage, neuropathy, and blood vessel damage, directly hindering sexual function. Cardiovascular diseases, another sugar-linked ailment, impair blood circulation, essential for arousal. Chronic fatigue, a common sugar crash symptom, leaves you with no energy for intimacy. Mood swings and depression, also tied to sugar imbalances, further dampen desire and motivation for sex. Despite all this damning evidence, sugar remains incredibly prevalent in our diets. It's lurking in processed foods, sugary drinks, hidden in sauces, and promoted as a comforting reward. Many people are completely unaware of the sheer amount of sugar they consume daily, and even more oblivious to its profound impact on their sexual health. The myth of sugar as a harmless energy boost persists, masking its insidious long-term effects. We've been conditioned to crave sweetness, and the food industry happily obliges, loading up products with sugar, creating a vicious cycle of addiction and health decline, including sexual health decline. It's time to break free from this sugary trap. So, how do you reclaim your sexual vitality from sugar's grasp? The good news is the power to change is in your hands, or rather, your shopping cart and your plate. Start by swapping out refined sugar for healthier alternatives. Enjoy whole fruits in moderation to satisfy your sweet tooth, and experiment with natural sweeteners like stevia or monk fruit in small amounts if you need that extra sweetness. Spice up your dishes with cinnamon, nutmeg, or vanilla to add natural sweetness without the sugar crash. Become a label detective. Diligently check food labels for hidden sugars and aim to drastically reduce your intake of processed foods, sugary drinks, and obvious culprits like desserts and candies. Embrace cooking at home more often, giving you complete control over ingredients and sugar levels. Prioritize a balanced diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods. Think vibrant vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats to nourish your body and naturally boost your libido and sexual performance. Small changes can lead to huge improvements in your overall well-being, and especially in your sexual health. Next up on our list of sexual vitality saboteurs, processed vegetable oils. These oils, often touted as heart-healthy, are actually doing a number on your libido and performance behind the scenes. Found in everything from salad dressings and mayonnaise to fried foods and processed snacks, these oils are far from the health champions they're often made out to be. Processed vegetable oils like soybean oil, corn oil, cottonseed oil, and canola oil are often extracted using harsh chemical solvents and high heat, processes that damage the oils and create unhealthy trans fats and harmful byproducts. These damaged fats and chemicals then enter your body, wreaking havoc on your cellular health and, you guessed it, your sexual function. It's a far cry from the image of health and vitality these oils try to project. The primary way processed vegetable oils undermine your sexual health is through inflammation. These oils are incredibly high in omega-6 fatty acids, which, when consumed in excess without a proper balance of omega-3s, promote chronic inflammation throughout your body. This inflammation is like a silent fire burning within, damaging your cells, tissues, and crucially, your blood vessels and nerves, the very foundations of a healthy sex life. Inflammation directly impairs blood flow, which is absolutely essential for arousal and orgasm. Think of healthy blood flow as the fuel for your sexual engine. Processed vegetable oils are throwing sand in that engine. Moreover, the unstable fats in these oils readily oxidize in the body, creating harmful free radicals. These free radicals further damage cells and accelerate aging, impacting every system in your body, including your reproductive system. The impact of these oils on your hormonal balance is another major concern. Processed vegetable oils can interfere with the production of sex hormones, throwing off the delicate equilibrium needed for a healthy libido and sexual function. They can disrupt the signaling pathways of hormones and even block hormone receptors, making it harder for your body to respond properly to sexual stimuli. This hormonal disruption can lead to decreased testosterone in men, impacting libido, erectile function, and sperm production. In women, it can contribute to estrogen dominance and hormonal imbalances that can lead to decreased libido, vaginal dryness, and painful intercourse. It's a hormonal hurricane sparked by seemingly innocuous cooking oils. The widespread consumption of processed vegetable oils is a major problem. These oils are ubiquitous in the modern diet, often disguised as healthy choices. They are cheap to produce, making them a favorite of the food industry, and are heavily marketed as healthier alternatives to saturated fats. This marketing creates a false sense of security, leading people to unknowingly consume large amounts of these detrimental oils daily. The misconception that all vegetable oils are healthy persists, despite mounting evidence of their harmful effects. Many individuals are completely unaware that their cooking oil choices could be silently sabotaging their sex lives and overall well-being. It's a cleverly disguised health hazard hiding in plain sight. So, how do you dodge the bullet of processed vegetable oils and protect your sexual vitality? The key is to become a conscious fat consumer and make smart swaps. Ditch the processed vegetable oils entirely. That means no more soybean, corn, cottonseed, canola, or vegetable oil blends. Instead, embrace healthy fats like olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, and grass-fed butter or ghee for cooking and salad dressings. These healthy fats are rich in beneficial fatty acids that support hormone production, reduce inflammation, and promote overall well-being, including sexual health. Read labels carefully and be wary of processed foods that list vegetable oil as an ingredient. Often it's one of the unhealthy culprits. Focus on whole, unprocessed By
foods,
making these simple
which
swaps,
naturally
you
contain
can
healthy
significantly
fats
reduce
without
your
the damaging
intake of harmful
processing.
processed vegetable oils and pave the way for a more vibrant and fulfilling sex life. Moving on to our next sexual vitality wrecker, processed foods and fast food. These convenience-driven meals, designed for speed and profit, are nutritional black holes that can seriously drain your libido and performance. From prepackaged snacks and ready-made meals to drive-through burgers and fries, these foods are packed with ingredients that are detrimental to your sexual health, and shockingly devoid of the nutrients you actually need to thrive. They are the epitome of empty calories, providing fleeting satisfaction but leaving you nutritionally bankrupt and sexually sluggish. Processed foods and fast food are designed to be addictive and palatable, not nourishing or sexually enhancing. The toxic cocktail of ingredients in processed foods and fast food is a direct assault on your sexual health. They are typically loaded with trans fats, those artery-clogging villains that wreak havoc on your cardiovascular system and directly impair blood flow, a crucial element for arousal and orgasm. Excessive sodium in these foods contributes to high blood pressure, further compromising blood vessel health and sexual function. As we've already discussed, the high sugar content throws your hormones into disarray and fuels inflammation, both devastating for libido and performance. On top of all that, processed foods are often packed with artificial additives, preservatives, and chemicals that can disrupt hormone function and have unknown long-term health consequences, including impacting your sexual vitality. The nutritional deficiency of processed foods is equally damaging. They are stripped of essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, the very building blocks your body needs to produce sex hormones, maintain healthy nerves and blood vessels, and fuel your libido. A diet dominated by processed foods leaves you chronically deficient in these vital nutrients, weakening your entire system, including your reproductive system. Think of your body as a high-performance sports car. Processed foods are like trying to run it on cheap, low-grade gasoline. It might sputter and move, but it will never perform at its peak, and eventually, it will break down. This nutritional starvation directly translates into decreased sexual desire, poor performance, and a higher risk of sexual dysfunction. The convenience and aggressive marketing of processed foods and fast food make them incredibly tempting and omnipresent in our modern lives. They are designed to be quick, cheap, and satisfying in the short term, but their long-term health consequences, especially for sexual vitality, are often overlooked. Many people rely heavily on these foods due to time constraints, busy lifestyles, or simply a lack of awareness about their detrimental effects. The food industry spends billions on marketing to make these unhealthy options appear appealing and normal, further perpetuating the problem. The misconception that convenience equals harmlessness is a dangerous trap, especially when it comes to your sexual health and overall well-being. To escape the clutches of processed foods and fast food and reclaim your sexual vitality, you need to prioritize whole, unprocessed, home-cooked meals. Start by minimizing your consumption of prepackaged snacks, ready-made meals, and fast food. Make them occasional treats, not dietary staples. Focus on cooking from scratch using fresh, whole ingredients. Think lean proteins, colorful vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats. Meal prepping can be a lifesaver for busy individuals, allowing you to have healthy, home-cooked meals readily available throughout the week, eliminating the temptation of quick-fix processed options. Learn to read ingredient lists and nutrition labels, becoming a discerning consumer who can identify and avoid processed ingredients. Embrace the joy of cooking and experiment with new recipes. Making healthy eating a pleasurable and sustainable lifestyle, not a chore, is key to long-term sexual health and vitality. Let's raise a glass to the next libido-lowering culprit, alcohol, especially when consumed in excess. While a glass of wine occasionally might set the mood, frequent or heavy alcohol consumption is a direct path to diminished sexual desire and performance. Alcohol's initial relaxing effects can be deceiving, masking its underlying detrimental impact on your hormones, nerves, and overall sexual function. Think of alcohol as a temporary mood booster that ultimately steals from your sexual vitality bank account. It's a classic case of short-term gain, long-term pain when it comes to your sex life. Dehydration is one of the first ways alcohol throws a wrench into your sexual gears. Alcohol is a diuretic, meaning it increases urination, leading to dehydration. Dehydration reduces blood volume, which directly impairs blood flow to all parts of your body, including your genitals, essential for arousal and orgasm. Think of your body as a garden. Alcohol is like withholding water, causing everything, including your sexual functions, to wilt. Furthermore, alcohol metabolism puts a significant strain on your liver. Your liver plays a crucial role in hormone regulation, and when it's overloaded with processing alcohol, its ability to manage sex hormones effectively is compromised. This liver stress can lead to hormonal imbalances that directly impact libido and sexual function in both men and women. Alcohol's direct effect on hormone production is another major concern. Excessive alcohol consumption can significantly reduce testosterone levels in men, the primary driver of libido and erectile function. Lowered testosterone directly translates to decreased sexual desire, difficulty achieving erections, and reduced stamina. In women, alcohol can disrupt the delicate balance of estrogen and progesterone, leading to decreased libido, vaginal dryness, and menstrual irregularities that can further impact sexual desire and comfort. It's a hormonal seesaw thrown completely off balance by alcohol's disruptive influence. Furthermore, alcohol is a depressant, directly impacting your central nervous system. While it might initially lower inhibitions, it also impairs nerve function, reducing sensitivity and making it harder to achieve orgasm. Despite the well-documented negative effects, alcohol consumption remains deeply ingrained in many social and cultural settings. It's often associated with relaxation, celebration, and even romance, making it easy to overlook its darker side, especially when it comes to sexual health. Many people are unaware of the cumulative impact of regular alcohol consumption on their hormones and sexual function, attributing problems to stress or age rather than their drinking habits. The misconception that alcohol enhances romance and intimacy persists, while the reality is that it often undermines the very foundation of a healthy and fulfilling sex life. It's a social lubricant that can quickly turn into a sexual performance inhibitor. To protect your sexual vitality from alcohol's detrimental effects, moderation is absolutely key. If you choose to drink, do so in moderation, sticking to recommended guidelines of no more than 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men. Prioritize hydration by drinking plenty of water before, during, and after alcohol consumption to counteract its diuretic effects. Consider alcohol-free days or weeks to give your liver a break and allow your body to re-regulate hormone levels. Explore alcohol-free alternatives like mocktails or sparkling water with fruit infusions for social occasions. Be mindful of your drinking habits and recognize if alcohol is becoming a crutch or a regular part of your routine. Seeking support to reduce or eliminate alcohol if needed is a powerful step towards reclaiming your sexual health and overall well-being. Full-fat dairy products might seem like innocent indulgences, but they can be surprisingly problematic for your sexual vitality, especially when consumed in excess. While dairy can be a source of calcium and protein, full-fat varieties come with a hidden downside when it comes to your hormones and overall health, ultimately impacting your libido and performance. Think of full-fat dairy as a potential Trojan horse, seemingly wholesome on the surface, but harboring ingredients that can undermine your sexual health from within. It's not about demonizing dairy entirely, but about understanding the potential pitfalls of overconsumption. One of the primary concerns with full-fat dairy is the hormone content. Conventional dairy milk comes from cows that are often treated with synthetic hormones to increase milk production. These hormones, along with naturally occurring hormones in milk like estrogen and prolactin, can disrupt your own delicate hormonal balance, particularly when consumed in large quantities. This hormonal disruption can negatively impact libido and sexual function in both men and women. Excess estrogen, for example, can lower testosterone in men and contribute to hormonal imbalances in women, both detrimental to sexual desire and performance. It's like adding extra fuel to a hormonal fire that's already burning out of control. Inflammation is another key factor linking full-fat dairy to reduced sexual vitality. Dairy proteins, particularly casein and whey, can be inflammatory for many people, especially those with sensitivities or intolerances. This inflammation, as we've discussed, damages blood vessels and nerves, impairing blood flow and nerve function essential for arousal and orgasm. Chronic inflammation, triggered by dairy consumption, can create a hostile environment for healthy sexual function. Furthermore, full-fat dairy is high in saturated fat, which, in excess, can contribute to weight gain, cardiovascular issues, and insulin resistance, all indirect pathways to diminish sexual health. It's a cascade of negative effects stemming from a seemingly comforting food group. Despite the potential downsides, dairy is often portrayed as a wholesome and essential part of a balanced diet. Marketing campaigns emphasize its calcium content and nutritional benefits, often downplaying or ignoring the potential hormonal and inflammatory effects, especially of full-fat varieties. Many people are unaware that their daily dairy habit could be contributing to hormonal imbalances, inflammation, and ultimately, a less fulfilling sex life. The misconception that all dairy is universally healthy persists, masking the fact that individual tolerance and moderation are crucial, especially when it comes to sexual vitality. It's a health halo that can obscure potential risks for some individuals. To navigate the dairy dilemma and protect your sexual vitality, consider these strategies. Opt for low-fat or non-fat dairy versions if you enjoy dairy products. This reduces saturated fat and potentially hormone intake. Explore dairy-free alternatives like almond milk, coconut milk, oat milk, or soy milk, unsweetened and preferably organic if choosing soy milk. These plant-based milks offer calcium and other nutrients without the potential hormonal and inflammatory baggage of full-fat dairy. Pay attention to your body's signals. If you experience digestive issues, bloating, skin problems, or decreased libido after consuming dairy, it might be a sign of intolerance. Experiment with reducing or eliminating dairy from your diet to see if your sexual health improves. Moderation and mindful consumption are key when it comes to dairy and its impact on your overall and sexual well-being. Finally, let's shed light on the last sexual vitality saboteur on our list: processed soy products consumed in excess. While soy in its whole, fermented forms like tempeh and natto can be beneficial, processed soy isolates and excessive soy consumption can have unintended consequences for your hormones and sexual function. Think of processed soy as a bit of a hormonal wild card. It contains compounds that can mimic estrogen in the body, potentially throwing your delicate hormonal balance off kilter if overconsumed. It's not about demonizing soy completely, but about being aware of the potential pitfalls of processed forms and excessive intake. The primary concern with processed soy is its phytoestrogen content, specifically isoflavones. Isoflavones are plant-based compounds that have a similar structure to estrogen and can bind to estrogen receptors in your body, mimicking or blocking estrogen's effects. While moderate consumption of whole soy foods can be part of a healthy diet for some, excessive intake of processed soy isolates can lead to estrogen dominance, especially in men. In men, excessive estrogen exposure can lower testosterone levels, leading to decreased libido, erectile dysfunction, and reduced sperm production. It's a hormonal balancing act that can easily tip in the wrong direction with too much processed soy. In women, the impact of soy phytoestrogens is more complex and varies depending on individual factors and hormonal status. While some studies suggest potential benefits for menopausal symptoms, excessive soy intake can still disrupt hormonal balance in some women, potentially leading to decreased libido, menstrual irregularities, or even exacerbating estrogen-sensitive conditions. It's a nuanced issue, and individual responses to soy can vary significantly. Furthermore, processed soy products often undergo heavy processing and may contain additives and GMOs, which can further compromise health and potentially impact hormone function. Processing can strip away some of the beneficial nutrients found in whole soy, leaving behind a less desirable nutritional profile. Despite these potential concerns, soy is often marketed as a health food, especially for vegetarians and vegans. Processed soy products like soy protein isolates are widely used in protein powders, meat substitutes, and processed snacks, often presented as healthy alternatives. Many people are unaware of the potential hormonal effects of excessive soy consumption, especially processed forms, and may unknowingly be overconsuming it. The misconception that all soy is universally healthy and beneficial persists, masking the need for moderation and mindful choices, particularly concerning processed soy. It's a health food image that can sometimes overshadow potential downsides, especially when consumed in excess. To navigate the soy landscape and protect your sexual vitality, prioritize whole, fermented soy foods like tempeh, natto, and miso in moderation. Limit or avoid processed soy products like soy protein isolates, soy-based meat substitutes, and heavily processed soy snacks. Read labels carefully and be mindful of soy content in packaged foods. If you are a vegetarian or vegan relying heavily on soy for protein, ensure you are consuming a variety of other protein sources as well to avoid over-reliance on soy. Pay attention to your body's signals. If you experience hormonal imbalances, digestive issues, or decreased libido after consuming soy, especially processed soy, it might be a sign to reduce your intake. Moderation and informed choices are key to enjoying soy's potential benefits while minimizing any potential negative impacts on your sexual health and hormonal balance. Making these dietary changes might seem daunting at first, but the positive impact on your sexual vitality and overall health will be well worth the effort. By consciously choosing to limit or eliminate these top 7 worst foods from your diet and focusing on whole, unprocessed, nutrient-rich alternatives, you're taking a powerful step towards reigniting your passion and reclaiming a fulfilling and vibrant sex life. Your body will thank you, and your partner will too. If you found this information helpful, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more tips and insights on optimizing your health and well-being. Leave a comment below and let us know which of these worst foods you're going to tackle first. And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Sharing is caring, so spread the word and help others revitalize their sex lives too.